Hey guys, welcome back to Zevlog's channel. Today we're reviewing the Band Gold Frame Amatsu Mina. Thanks for the waiting, and here is the video. Last time I did the Avalanche X-Shear, it was very painful. Let's see the gold frame will surprise me or bring me more pain. I'm very interested to know that. As for the box, I already explained the situation during the Avalanche X-Shears video, so I'll skip it this time. Let's unpack everything first. Now, I briefly flipped the instruction manual and it seems like the steps were pretty complicated. I think the gold frame is a pretty good comparison to the Mars jacket. You can check out that review too. I still hope that the assembly process will be as good as the Mars jacket, but I think the gold frame was earlier than the red frame, which is why I have some doubts. The runners for this model are absolutely beautiful. 3 different kinds of gold color and glossy black. The appearance will not let you down for sure. Let's just say it at the beginning, I'll skip the waterside decals this time because there's no guide for the locations. Hey guys, welcome back to the Band Ashtray Gold Frame review. So this is the finishing of it. You need to subscribe and hit the bell for my fingers. It hurts so much. Overall, the whole model required a lot of cutting and drilling. The fitting issue is way more serious than the Avalanche X-Shear. That X-Shear was painful too, but the gold frame is the next level pain. After drilling and cutting, you still need golf fingers to push in the parts. I highly suggest you just get a hammer and smash the inner frames. Makes your life way easier. I want to apologize before the actual review starts. I can't exactly remember which piece need drilling or cutting, so I'll just give you a rough percentage of it. FYI, this model is a glossy finish, which means it's a fingerprint and dust collector. Anyway, enough explanation and let's start the review. As usual, we will always start from the head. Now, I believe that everyone is very familiar with the Ashtray Gold Frame's head. We've seen it so many times on RG and XG, it's not something new. The band did a good job on the colors and the finish looks amazing. Despite the appearance is nice, the assembly process is a true nightmare. First, a lot of parts got gaps, and even with steel fingers, they are not going in, which was why I ended up gluing the head parts together instead. Secondly, the seaweeds on the head is so small and hard to push in. Unfortunately, both of them were missing because I dropped the head once on the floor and it disassembled itself. The rest of the story, I don't need to explain much. For the articulations, moving up and down, you can also turn the head for a bit. You can see another part on the head is blocking the turning. This part needs extra care too. When you are assembling the head, you need to push it in. It's so hard to fit in and I broke it. If you didn't break it, there was a small movement to let you move up and down. Unlike the Mars jacket, we don't have cockpit opening for this Amatsu Mina. The chest is solid this time. However, the chest in the frame required a lot of drilling and cutting. Basically, 80% parts in it were not fitting at all. Turn to the back, you'll see the backpack connector. According to the menu, it's possible to slightly adjust the position, but the parts are so tight and there's no way I can move it. At the bottom of the robotic arms, you'll see a small piece. This part was supposed to be working with the robotic arm, but there's no way you can fully push it in. The only working part is at the top. This is for you to connect the backpack. I want to apologize for the articulations part because there are two joints in there to let you move front and back, also sway side to side. But I broke the swaying joint and I just glue it. As for the front and back moving joint, I spent nearly 30 minutes to drill it and it doesn't move at all. So the only articulation will be horizontal turning. Very sorry about my mistake. One of the most unique design on Amatsu Mina will be the arms and shoulders. One side is from the Ashtray and other side is from the Blitz Gundam. The Blitz arm is smooth and easy, but the Ashtray arm required a lot of drilling. As for the demonstration today, I will use the Blitz arm. They got the same articulations anyway. The Ashtray's arm is so fragile, even I drilled it, it's still very tight. Plus, it's so easy to break the joint because the plastic is thin. I don't want to risk again. The model kit did provide you another replacement part which I already used it. So let's leave the Ashtray's arm alone for today. First, the shoulders got separate movement. You can see the chest joint and armor will move together. Looks nice. As for the articulations, an easy 360, a bit more than 90 for the lifting. Moving to the front is not very good, the whole arm can rotate. The bending is touching the shoulders, that's excellent. On both forearms, you will see the weapon holes. I will show you the weapons later in the review. By the way, we got a joint on the wrist armor, but it's very tight and I don't want to tear the whole thing apart for replacement. I think the waist is the only part got normal assembling process. You don't need a lot of force. The waist is the standard Ashtray waist, so nothing new. The front skirt got small movement, but you don't need to worry about it. Side skirt can move up and down as well as a part for storing the sabers. The back skirt can move more than 90. The legs are created by drilling, gluing, and cutting. 90% parts for the legs got serious fitting problem. The pushing is very painful too. You thought the joint is easy to push into the waist? Wrong. You need golf fingers to push it in. The finish is not great either. Very shaky standing because of the high heels and weak ball joints on the ankles. As for the movements, slightly above 45 for front kick, that's very bad. Back kick is close to 90, that's acceptable. Side kick is extremely tight, the range is around 45, but please be careful because I felt like it's so easy to break. The bending was supposed to be better, but no matter how I drill it, it doesn't move an inch, which resulted the bending is pathetic. The feet got poor stability, which was why it's shaky. The turning is acceptable, I guess. The tip of the feet can move a little bit, but you can't really see it because of the sharp tip. I think the most exciting part is the backpack. It looks good, but the process is as painful as the chest. All the gold parts on it require drilling, so good luck! Let's put away the negatives for a second. The colors on it looks amazing. Each separation is going along very well. However, the joints need some drilling too. I drilled a bit too much and one side became loose. The claws can turn 360 and move front and back. The top of the claws can move a bit. There's an armor piece that you can move too. You can pull the claws down and there is movement. But let's be honest, no matter the pulling or retracting process is very tight and difficult. We got two harpoons at the inner side. You can move a little bit. To recreate the launching pose, you got two wires to do so, but you need to glue the wires because they're not fitting into the gray parts. Even though the wires are thicker this time, but the pose is still not perfect. Once you put the backpack on, don't expect the gold frame can stand because of the soft feet. Since the gold frame can no longer stand by itself, why don't we introduce the stand? The stand is exactly the same like the one we saw in the Avalanche X-Share review, so I got nothing new to talk about. The gold frame's back skirt got a spot for you to plug it onto the stand. Unfortunately, because of the license issue, the stand will no longer contain the shiny text like the Metal Build version. As for the accessories, we got a pair of weapon holding hands and open hands. Alternatively, you can choose the Blitz version too. Next, we got the Trikios Kai. The edges are pretty sharp, so make sure you don't cut your fingers. All 3 penetrators are individual parts, that's a great detail. For the shield, you can see the engraving of the model number, but it's blurry because you know it's not from Bandai. The shield is not just there for decoration, you can pull it out and use it as a separate weapon. That's pretty cool, right? But keep that in mind, the shield is quite loose when you pull it out a few times, so try to minimize that. To put the shield onto the gold frame, put the handle in the optional hand and the back of the shield connect onto the forearm. There you go. We got 2 Tosuka no Tsurugi sabers. They are thin and sharp, so make sure you're being very careful when you're assembling or posing with it. The handles got engraving as well, adding some extra details. You can connect both sabers into a twin-edged saber, sort of adding some extra posing options. If you don't want to use the sabers, simply store them on the side skirts and you're all good. We got 2 weapons on the left forearm, but you can only choose one of them to equip. The first one is called Sumuha no Tachi Triple Claw. To expand it, move this little piece out of the way and pull the claws out, but be careful when you're pulling the claws, they are sharp too. Attach the triple claw onto the left arm and you're ready to pose with it. The last weapon of the day will be the Okitsu no Kagami. Unlike the RG version, the band didn't print you any beam effects, so you will need to imagine it in your head. Normally, it will appear as a spear-like form, but if you adjust the position and turn the red parts, it will form a beam shield. But I still want a beam effect for it. The weapon is formed by 4 parts: thrusters, pillar, a connector, and the spear-like part. But both ends need some glue because they are very loose. Another letdown is the connector. It's unreliable because there is a gap between the pillar and the connector, making it slide front and back very often. It's kind of annoying. Just like the triple claw, the Okitsu no Kagami can equip at the same spot. But I think I will go for the claws instead because the floppy spear is not my tea. Alright, we've came to the end of the review. I'm gonna be very strict. Don't buy this. It's cheap and the appearance is amazing, but the amount of work you need to do to make this perfect is way too much. Unless you don't mind to do those drilling and cutting, I would suggest you either buy yourself an RG and enjoy it, or work harder to save some money and buy a metal build to enjoy more. Until this day, I still don't understand why Bandai never make MG Gold Frame Amatsu variants. It's a very popular design and I'm sure that it doesn't need a PB treatment. Well, my fingers and myself need some rest from all the pushing and recording. Like my reviews, make sure you subscribe to me and hit the bell next to it. Follow my Instagram at Sevaphonics. If I reach 1,000 followers before 27th of February, I will start a giveaway. Donation link is in the description and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!